Good morning, everyone. Today we are stepping into the Jacobean age, the period under King James the First, a time when people didn't just believe in the supernatural, they lived in the fear of it. The word occult refers to everything hidden and mysterious. It could mean witches, ghosts, prophecies, dark forces. But here's one important thing. For Jacobians, these weren't just stories, they were real explanations for real events. If something went wrong, if failed, if someone fell ill, if something unnatural would happen, the answer would be supernatural, that it is because of the supernatural. Understand? So we should understand this Jacobian mindset, okay, that whatever is unseen is actually powerful and the unknown is terrifying. You should understand how the society used to think. You should understand that science was not very advanced. You should understand that King James I was himself was also very much interested in the practices, in the concepts, in the execution of these occult practices. Okay, and he had written a book called Demonology. So it was very natural that his subjects were also interested in these practices. Okay, so now let's focus on how this enters literature, because this is where it becomes truly interesting. Writers of the Jacobean age didn't use occult to entertain, they used it to reflect fears and moral struggles of their society. Let's take Macbeth by William Shakespeare. The play opens with three witches. Immediately, the audience is pulled into a world where the natural order is unstable. Their line, fair is foul and foul is fair, hovered through the fog and filled the air. It shows that the world is nothing as it seems. And perhaps the world that we live in is heavily influenced, is heavily interfered by the world of the occult. Okay, but why does now ask yourself, why would Shakespeare begin with the witches? It is because his audience already believed in them. The fear was immediate, the tension was real. But Shakespeare goes deeper. The witches do not control Macbeth, they influence him. They plant an idea, they awaken ambition, and that is where the real danger lies. Understand how smart Shakespeare is. The occult here is not just external, it connects with human weaknesses. Macbeth chooses to act, and once he does, the consequences follow: guilt, paranoia, and chaos. The supernatural elements, visions, voices, unnatural events, the supernatural elements, visions, voices, unnatural events reflect his inner collapse. So the witches are not magical beings, they are a trigger, a way to explore ambition, morality, and the consequences of disturbing the natural order. So remember this, the Jacobean fascination with the occult is not just about superstition, it becomes a powerful literary device. Through the supernatural, writers like Shakespeare explored darkest parts of human nature: ambition, guilt, and moral confusion. And that is why these works feel so intense even today. Imagine a dark, stormy landscape. It's called a heath. Thunder crashes, lightning cuts across the sky, and in this chaos, three mysterious figures appear: the witches. And this is how Macbeth, the play of Macbeth, begins. Right from the first scene, Shakespeare doesn't ease us into the story. He throws us straight into the supernatural. The witches don't introduce themselves. They don't explain anything. Instead, they speak in short, cryptic lines. See, all the lines are very short and apparently seems meaningless, but it conveys huge information. They convey important information in their in by themselves. Okay, they say the first bit says, "When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?" Notice how everything is unsettled: thunder, lightning, rain. Nature itself is disturbed. This immediately sets the tone of the play, a world where order is breaking down. Boys and girls, please listen to the lecture very clearly. Please listen to the lecture very clearly. Don't no need to write things down. I will tell you what is to be written down. Okay? And see. The second which says, when the hurly-burly is done, when battle's lost and won. Hurly-burly means noisy disorder, chaos. And also we see that there is a battle that is going on. And 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 this tells us something very important, that the witches are connected to human conflict, to violence, to chaos. They are not passive observers. They are waiting for disorder. They are participants of sorts in this disorder that exists in the realm of human affairs. Next, that will be ere the set of sun. What does it mean? They will not meet under broad daylight, neither will they meet in the darkness of midnight. They will meet in this juncture. The word ere means before. And please pause the video. Look in the side notes. I have written everything down for you. You should have clear understanding of the play, of the first three dialogues of the play. Then we will proceed to the next couple of lines. Now you see that the witches decide to meet again upon the heath after the battle. Okay, but why return here? Because this place is their domain. It is cut off from society, from morality, from human law. It is the perfect meeting ground for supernatural forces. And importantly, they choose this exact place to meet Macbeth. Think about that. Macbeth's first encounter with witches will not happen in a court, or not, or neither will it happen in a place of honor. It will happen here in this barren, morally ambiguous space. Understand, which should suggest something very powerful, that even before Macbeth speaks, the play places him in a world of confusion, in a world of corruption, in a world that is isolated from everyday human activity. Because when you read the play, when we go deeper into the play, you will see that Macbeth is on a journey all by himself. He is detached even from his wife, whom he loved so much. Okay, so these are very important things that you should keep in mind. I come, Grey Malkin, Paddock calls. Grey Malkin is a grey cat. Please note it down. Paddock is a toad. Now pause and think about those animals. A cat, silent, watchful, associated with night. A toad, ugly, poisonous, linked to decay and damp places. These are not our usual noble or beautiful creatures. They are deliberately chosen to feel unsettling to the audience. To a Jacobean audience, this would immediately confirm something. These witches are not just strange, they are dangerous and supernatural. But there is something even more interesting happening over here. Okay, the witches do not decide to leave on their own. They are merely responding to calls. They're she says, or the witch says, "I come," and Paddock calls. This suggests that they are being summoned, they are being controlled, they are being guided by forces that are beyond themselves. And now even hierarchy becomes unclear. So by this time you must have already started to realize that this strange dark world, the heat, the storm, the fog, is completely natural to them. They belong here, and therefore just before they vanish they deliver that chilling line. They say fair is foul and foul is fair, and they disappear into fog and fill the air. In simple words, it means what looks good may not be actually good. It may be actually bad, and what looks bad may be actually good. Nothing as it seems. This idea is called equivocation. Equivocation means speaking or presenting things in a way that is deliberately unclear or misleading. It creates confusion between truth and lies. And that exactly what happens throughout Macbeth. Characters say things that sound true but hide a deeper meaning. Situations appear honorable but are actually dangerous. People seem loyal but turn out to be treacherous. So, this one line prepares us for a world where we cannot trust appearances. Understand? So, and now let us talk about foreshadowing. Now let us talk about foreshadowing. This line is not just a statement, it's a warning about what is going to happen later in the play. For example, Macbeth himself appears to be a brave and loyal hero at the beginning, fair, but as the story progresses, he becomes morally corrupt, that is, foul. Similarly, witches' prophecies sound promising and attractive, fair, but they lead Macbeth towards destruction, foul. So the line fair is foul, foul is fair quietly predicts the transformation of characters and the confusion of morality that we will see unfold in the course of the play. In short, one line does three powerful things. Please note it down, very important. It introduces the theme of deception, it explains the idea of equivocation, and it foreshadows the tragic events that are to come. So, whenever you feel confused while reading Macbeth, that's exactly the point. Because in this play, nothing is simple, nothing is stable, and nothing is truly what it seems. Please pause the video. Go through the side notes that I have provided. I have told you everything that you need to know. I have also written down the notes for you. I have made it so easy for you. All you need to do is to give yourself the time, read the play, have a look at my notes, note down whatever you need to, and then give yourself some time to think. Understand? Preparing your Macbeth lessons should not be so difficult. I understand it's not very easy, but it is not very difficult either. If you have come to ICSC from if you have come to ISC from ICSC board, you have already acclimatized yourself. It is hoped that you have with the Shakespearean use of the English language. Yes, and then also you will have to keep in mind. You will have to keep in mind that you cannot rush through your lessons. You cannot finish your lessons quickly. You will have to give your English lessons its due time. Due time does not mean a lot of time. No, some boys and girls will take 5 minutes to understand one speech. Some boy or some girl might take 10 minutes. But you will have to figure out your level of proficiency, and only then you will be able to understand the play. You need to understand the play. Preparing notes, taking an exam, writing the perfect answer, including quotes, knowing the word meanings. All of this will happen later. I am there. I'll do it for you. I'll do it with you. I can't do it for you because I have done my I have done I have had my share of problems with Macbeth in my class 11, 12, and later on in my second year of English honor studies from Calcutta University. So I know my subject well, but I also know at which points it's going to be difficult. For example, this fair and foul is fair is foul is fair. It's very easy to understand, but will you be able to replicate on your answer script if a question is asked on that area? That will require you to practice. In our coming days, in our coming sessions, we will also do that. But for now, just understand the play. Take your time. Give yourself the time. And then it will not be very difficult for you. All the best. This is Council English classes for you. I will be taking Macbeth classes with you. We'll be taking classes together, online mostly. Keep watching my videos. If you have any questions, please comment. That would increase engagement on my channel, and it will be nice. It will inspire me to do more perhaps.